Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear Ritesh Prabhu, for the chanting. Okay, we'll start with Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you for your participation and association this morning on a Sunday morning.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, so we'll sing our prayer. This is our prayer. This whole month we have been singing the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than, as we saw, is none other than Krishna, Radha and Krishna combined. And he comes in this age of Kali to deliver all the most fallen souls, Patit Pavan. That's why we say he's Patit Pavan, because he, with full love and compassion, is coming here to give pure love of Godhead to everybody, no matter how fallen one is, as long as one is sincere to receive that message. And also, he makes it so simple in this age of Kali, because in this age it is very hard to do anything with purity, right? So we cannot do meditation, we cannot do havan sacrifices in a pure state. So because the ingredients are not pure, our minds are not pure, our bodies are not pure, nothing is pure in this day and age. Everything is contaminated, adulterated, right? We see everything. We see milk or fruits and vegetables. Everything that is grown is also with fertilizers, pesticides. Everything is contaminated. So it is very hard to live a life of complete purity in this age. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes in this fallen age, and with so much of mercy and compassion towards everybody, he gives us this very, very sweet process, which is just chanting the holy names. We don't need anything, right? We just need our tongue to just glorify the holy names. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us this, but yeah, we see like the whole parampara and all the sampradayas, bona fide authorized sampradayas, everywhere the glories of the holy names have been completely established and reinforced. All the acharyas who are genuine sadhus, you will see they will glorify the holy names. So that is the process Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give us. So we will recite this prayer, which is the last 8 instructions. That's why it's called Shiksha. Shiksha is instruction, and Ashtakam is 8. So the final 8 instructions that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us, glorifying the holy names, what the mood that we should have to sincerely chant the holy names. And when we have that, when we chant and when we develop that mood, then what happens, how slowly we see our stages of bhakti. We keep progressing in the stages of bhakti from sadhu sangha and then the bhajan kriya that he has taught us how to do the bhajan. With that, we see our anarthas start getting eradicated. Anartha nivritti happens. And then after that, we develop nishtha from faith, determination, ruchi, taste, and then asakti is attachment to the holy name, attachment to the Lord. And then finally, we get to the stage of bhava and prema, where we can develop pure love of Godhead. So as we sing these prayers, it helps us, progress in our stages of bhakti. So I posted the link in the chat. Let me also share the screen. Ritesh Prabhu, you want to try today?
I can do the translation, Prabhuji.
Okay, sure. Okay, so let me go ahead and sing and then we'll do the translations.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So,
चेतोदर्पणमार्जनं भवमः दावाग्निर्वापनम् श्रेयकैरवचन्द्रिका वितरणं विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दं बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृता स्वादनं सर्वात्मा स्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनम् नाम्नामकारि बहुधा निज सर्वशक्ति तत्रार्पिता नियमितः स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन्ममापि दुर्दैवमिदृशं विहाजनिनानुरागः त्रिनादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानेन मानदेन कीर्तनीया सदा हरिः न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद्भक्तिरहैतुकी त्वयि अयि नन्दतनुजा किङ्करं पतितां मां विषमे भवं बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कज स्तुतधूलिसदृशं विचिन्तय नयनं गलदश्रुधारय वदनं गद्गदरुद्धया गिरा पुलकेर्निचितं वपु कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमीषेण चक्षुषा प्रवृशायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे आश्लिष्य वा पादरथपि नमस्तु माम् अदर्शनान् मर्महतां करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नापरः प्रभुराशिक्षाष्टकश्लोक यही पढ़े शोने कृष्ण प्रेम भक्ति तारा बड़े दीने दीने हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री शिक्षाष्टकम की जय श्रीला कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी महाराज की जय थैंक यू
Welcome.
यस प्रभु यू कैन रीड द ट्रांसलेशन
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very, very, very nicely done. I could not even go 10% of that, but I'm trying to follow you and then try to write it down in Hindi, but it still is not up to the mark. Thank you, Prabhuji. I will try next, like whenever I feel confident.
श्योर
So,
श्योर थैंक
Prabhuji, here's the translation. Translation point number one. Glory to Sri Krishna Sankirtana, which cleanses the heart of the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. The Sanskirtana movement is the prime benediction of humanity at large because it spreads the rays of benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar of which we are always anxious. O my Lord, point to, O my Lord, your holy name can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names, like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There, there are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names. But I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. Point number three. One should chant the holy name of Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all senses of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy names of the Lord constantly. Point 4. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. Point 5. O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor. Yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. 6. O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love, flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up, and when will the hair of my body stand at the on end of recitation of your name? 7. O Govinda, feeling your separation, considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world of your absence. 8. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and shall remain so even if he handles me roughly by his embrace or makes me broken hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worship Lord unconditionally. 9. If anyone recites or hears these 8 verses by instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his ecstatic love and devotion of Krishna increases day by day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes. So we see here, like we were reading, Lord has millions and millions of names, unlimited. That's why
Prabhuji, I
he.
have a question. While reading
Hmm.
number 2, I
Hmm.
stumbled because I got the answer wrong. Like the last line, oh my Lord, on point 2, out of
Hmm.
kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I'm so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them.
Hmm.
What are they referring to? I mean, at one time they are. I- I'm sorry, but Chaitanya Prabhuji, like this is kind of maybe I'm reading it wrong or there must be some mistake. Oh my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I'm so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them.
Hmm. Your question is, what does that mean?
Yes, it's kind of
Hmm.
I mean giving a controversial thoughts while everything
Hmm.
else maybe it's a I'm just trying to
So
understand.
what it means, Prabhu, is yeah. So just say
Are they saying
like
like
Vishnu,
because they
like
have
we say Vishnu
thousands?
Sahasranam, right? How many thousands of names of Lord Vishnu recite like that. I mean Krishna, Govinda, Madhusudana, Mukunda, right? There are millions of names of the Lord. So what here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that, oh my Lord, out of kindness you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names. So that is the process in this Kali Yuga, like we were saying in the beginning. In this age, it is Kalautad Hari Nam Sankirtan. So just by chanting the holy names, we can attain the process, attain the stage of self-realization. We can understand who we are, what our relationship with Lord is. We can attain liberation from this cycle of birth and death. So the chanting of the holy names is considered the most auspicious in this age. So Lord has unlimited names. We can chant any name of the Lord, and we will make progress. Um, but what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying here is that even though the process has become so simple, so easy in this age, still people are so unfortunate. He is giving his own example as a humble servant of the Lord, because he came in the mood of Srimati Radharani, who's the devotee of Lord Shri Krishna, right? She's the topmost devotee. So in that mood of humility, he's crying and he's saying that, "Oh Lord, you are so kind that you have given us this simple process to approach you, to reach you, but still I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for these holy names." Right? So even though
I
the process is so easy, I have no attraction. So because I don't have any attraction, I'm not able to glorify you. I'm not able to chant. Right? That is so
that now
he's
makes
basically
sense.
singing it for us, like how we are, the people of Kali Yuga, are so fallen that they don't want to take up even this simple process, right? But people are just wanting to go on the path of irreligiosity, sense gratification, meat eating, intoxication, gambling, illicit relationships, so all of those things, which are basically killers of the foundations of religious principles, right? So that is the humility in which he's singing. Does that make sense, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you for explaining this.
Yeah, no, good question. Yes, so that is the glory of the holy name. It's each and every instruction here is so potent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. it's like everything is like you are a pharmacist or a profession, and you know here like we are all disease people of the world, and the original doctor is of course the Lord Krishna, right? So Krishna is the original Lord, and these holy names are the medicines that have been given to us by the Lord Himself and by our acharyas in this Guru Parampara. But we are the patients, right? So the fault, if the medicine is not working, is the fault with the doctor or is the fault with the medicine? No, right? It is mostly not the case. Mostly it's the fault with the patient. Like either the patient is not taking the medicine, right? So if the patient is not taking the medicine, then you cannot blame the doctor or the medicine. So
Right.
similarly, we cannot blame Krishna, who's the doctor, or we cannot blame the medicine, which is the Mahamantra, because we as patients, need to chant. We need to chant sincerely. We need to chant in the way that our Acharyas has given us the instructions. If we don't do that, like if we don't take the medicine at all, or if we take it up according to our own whims and our own choice, oh, I will take it in the morning only, I will not take it in the evening, or I'll take today, I will not take tomorrow, right? Then the potency of the medicine will not work, right? And we will not be cured of the disease. So similarly, yeah, the Lord as the doctor and the Mahamantra as the medicine is given to us by our acharyas. And as they are prescribed here, that is how we should chant. When we do that sincerely, continuously, then we will see that we will be, all the anarthas that are there, all the diseases that we are afflicted with will be slowly, slowly eradicated. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for explaining. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, so we have a few minutes. We can probably read today from Prabhupada Lilamrit. Let's see. So yesterday we saw Prabhupada finally got his passport, and he also sought help from Sumati Morarji, who was a very famous business magnate in Bombay, and she was ready to help him. Finally, first she was a little concerned with his health and with his age, that if he goes at this age of 69 years to US in a cold city like New York, he will be really affected. His health will be affected. And she was saying that his secretaries thought that he may actually die there. He may not even be able to come back. So, with genuine uh, care for his health, for his well being, she was not giving him the permission to go. But the amount of faith and firm conviction that she said that Srila Prabhupada had, finally she consented. So she said, "Okay, you please go and bring the P form." And now he had his passport, he had his invitation letter from Gopal Agarwal, who's one of the sons of uh, uh, in, from one of the other persons who Srila Prabhupada met, Mr. Agarwal, and he is living in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So he has sponsored Srila Prabhupada to come to US. So now everything is being set. So we'll continue reading and see what happens next. Okay. So I think we have to read from this form, a P form. Anybody would like to read? Shrikant Prabhu, would you like to read?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay.
You guys are like.
No, just reading. This is just reading English, so you can go ahead and read if you want to.
Still, I can read properly. I may. So I don't want to make mistakes.
So we all are making mistakes. That's why we are.
Prabhuji, that's how I learned. I used to make so many mistakes. But within like 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, I think I have improved. And thank you everyone for being there. So we will appreciate if you read, and we can also Madhu Prabhuji is so good, like he's always gonna be so lenient, and he's always gonna be like take like baby steps to correct you. I can assure you that.
Yeah, let me try. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
A P form, another necessity for an Indian national who wants to leave the country, is a certificate given by the State Bank of India, certifying that the person has no excessive debts in India and is cleared by the banks. That would take a while to obtain. And he also did not yet have a US visa. He needed to pursue these government permissions in Bombay, but he had no place to stay. So Mrs. Morarji agreed to let him reside at the India colony, a compound of apartments for employees of this India company. He stayed in a small, unfurnished apartment with only his trunk and a typewriter. The resident Scindia employees all knew that Mrs. Morarji was sending him to the West, and some of them became interested in his cause. They were impressed, for although he was so old, he was going abroad to preach. He was a special sadhu, a scholar. They heard from him how he was taking hundreds of copies of his books with him, but no money. He became a celebrity at India Colony. Various families brought him rice, sabji, and fruit. They brought so much that he could not eat it all. And he mentioned this to Mr. Choksi, just accept it and distribute it, Mr. Choksi advised. Bhaktivedanta Swami then began giving remnants of his food to the children. Some of the older residents gathered to hear him as he read and spoke from Srimad Bhagavatam. Mr. Vasavada, the chief cashier of India, was particularly impressed and came regularly to learn from the sadhu. Mr. Satsa, was Mr. Vasavada obtained copies of Bhaktivedanta Swami's books and read them in his home. Bhaktive- Bhaktivedanta Swami's apartment showed a roofed in veranda with Mr. Nagarajan, a India office worker, and his wife. Mrs. Nagarajan, every time when I passed that way, he used to be writing or chanting. I would ask him, Swamiji, what are you writing? He used to sit near the window and one after another was translating the Sanskrit. He gave me two books and said, Child, if you read this book, you will understand. We would have discourses in the house, and 4 or 5 Gujarati ladies used to come. At one of these discourses, he told me one lady that those who wear their hair parted on the side, that is not a good idea. Every Indian lady should have her hair parted in the center. They were very fond of listening and very keen to hear his discourse. Every day he would go out trying to get his visa and P form as quickly as possible, selling his books and seeking contacts and supporters for his future Srimad Bhagavatam publishing. Mr. Nagarajan tried to help. Using the telephone directory, he made a list of wealthy business and professional men who were Vaishnavas and might be inclined to assist. Bhaktivedanta Swami's neighbor at Scindia Colony observed him coming home dead tired in the evening. He would sit quietly, perhaps feeling morose, some neighbors thought, but after a while he would sit up rejuvenated and start writing. Mrs. Nagarajan, when he came home, we used to give him courage and we used to tell him, Swamiji, one day you will achieve your target. He would say, time is still not right. Time is still not right. They are all Anjanis. They don't understand, but still I must carry on. Sometimes I would go by and his Kadara would be on the chair, but he would be sitting on the windowsill. I would ask him, Swamiji, did you have any good contacts? He would say, not much today. I didn't get much, and it is depressing. Tomorrow, Krishna will give me more details, and he would sit there quietly. After 10 minutes, he would sit in his chair and start writing. I would wonder how Swamiji was so tired in 1 minute and in another minute. Even if he was tired, he was not defeated. He would never speak discouragement, and we would always encourage him and say, if today you don't get it, tomorrow you will definitely meet some people. and they will encourage you. And my friends used to come in the morning and in the evening for discourse, and they would give namaskara and fruits. Mr. Nagarajan, his temperament was very adjustable and homely. Our friends would offer a few rupees. He would say, "All right, it will help." He used to walk from our colony to Andheri station. It is 2 kilometers, and he used to go there without taking a bus because he had no money. Bhaktived Bhaktivedanta Swami had a page printed entitled My Mission, and he would show it to influential men in his attempts to get further financing for Srimad Bhagavatam. The printed statement proposed that God consciousness was the only remedy for the evils of modern materialistic society. Despite scientific advancement and material comforts, there was no peace in the world. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, the glory of India, must be spread all over the world. Mrs. Morarji asked Bhaktivedanta Swami if he would read Srimad Bhagavatam to her in the evening. He agreed. She began sending her a car for him at 6 o'clock each evening, and they would sit in her garden where he would recite and comment on Bhagavatam. Mrs. Morarji, he used to come in the evening and sing the verses in rhythmic tunes, as is usually done with the Bhagavatam. On certain points, when you sit and discuss, you raise so many points. He was commenting on certain points, but it was all from the Bhagavatam. So he used to sit and explain to me and then go. He could give time and I could hear him. That was for about 10 or 15 days. His backing by Scindia and his sponsorship in the US were a strong presentation, and with the help of people at Scindia, he obtained his visa on July 28, 1965. But the P-form proceedings went slowly and even threatened to be a last uh, insurmountable obstacle.
Okay. Yeah, we'll pause here, Prabhu.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Shrikant. See, you read so nicely. This is wonderful. You are assisting Srila Prabhupada in his mission now.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Maybe
Prabhu.
today 1%, but I'll make it clear for 100% for sure.
Thank you, Prabhuji. That was very nice. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you for
Very well
encouraging
read.
him, British Prabhu. Yes, yesterday he also read our purport of Shikshashtakam, so that was also very nice. Good. Yes. Harry Prabhu, anything that you liked from today's reading? Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna to everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
I was
Yes.
for me. Maybe next time I would like to have questions because like yesterday I won't lie to you. I was half sleeping, but I was listening to you guys. I don't want to lie.
Nahin, that's good.
You know, but I'm trying to make a habit to every morning to wake up.
That's so nice. Oh, yeah, and that's the sincerity. I mean, you're joining. I see you've been joining for
Yeah,
many
and
days in the
I like
morning.
listening the sound of mantra from everybody. So maybe next time, please let me do the mantra. In the beginning, where you guys do that in the beginning of Hare
Yes.
Krishna jap.
Yes, please. Yeah.
The, so do I have to just jump in, or is it turn by turn?
It is
So
usually turn by turn. So next time if you're on the call, I will let you
yeah,
chant.
please.
If I'm chanting, I will stop and I will see if you are there, then I'll let you chant. Yes.
Yes, in the beginning, I'm always there. Wake up.
Okay.
After,
Okay.
if I'm not reading the mantra, then just listening to the mantra also.
Yes. Yes. And
Thank
everything
you.
that is also yeah. I mean, of course, in the morning, I know sometimes it is hard, but what goes into our ear, that is very important, right? So yeah, when we are chanting, that's why we say
Yes,
Shravanam. Shasting is Shravanam. Shravanam is hearing. So that is
right.
the first. That is where everything starts. If you hear attentively, and even sometime in the beginning it may not be attentive, right? Even if it's inattentive, still there is benefit. But of course, when you do it attentively, then we get the most benefit. So yeah, hearing is the first thing. So Shravanam
Yeah,
and
it has
Kirtan.
the own vibrations, mantra, even though in
Yes.
English or in Hindi, any language, it's still a mantra, so still
Hmm.
have the vibrations. And next time, if you give me opportunity to, you know, speak the mantra,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that way. I wasn't sure what I was going to say in the beginning, can I speak? But then I thought I don't want to disturb.
Yeah, that's good. So now that we know, I'll make sure that next time, when you're there, yeah, you can chant at
जी
least a few
प्रभु जी
rounds. You can chant. Yes.
जी प्रभु जी
So we chant 108 beads, right, Prabhuji? वो तो आपको पता होगा. So we chant 108 beads, one mala,
Okay.
right? So it's considered one mala. So if you want to do that one round, it takes about 6-7 minutes. So you can do
Yes,
like that.
if you can, I remember the mantra, but like you were sending in the charts, like the links and, you know, the
Hmm.
mantra also where it's written. So I want to, where I can read.
Sure, sure. Yeah. I will send you separately. I have your phone number. आपने मैसेज किया था मुझे तो
जी
I will message you. Yes, Prabhuji.
ठीक है थैंक यू
ठीक है. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. So because when we hear, like we say, our ears are open. जब हम सोते हैं तब भी हमको बाकी सब चीज़ें सो रही, आंखें बंद है, हाथ पूरा बॉडी सोया हुआ है, लेकिन कोई भी आवाज़ आई वार्निंग की या सायरन की या किसी की, लाइक
बिल्कुल
हमारे कान
बिल्कुल
हमेशा खुले रहते हैं, तो कानों से जब जाता है मंत्र अंदर तो हमारा
तो
शुद्धिकरण.
एक्चुअली इट्स इतना पीसफुल है ना ये साउंड एनी मंत्र आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग ऐसे नहीं है कि इंग्लिश में
हम्म.
एनी मंत्र
मंत्र, यस.
naturally start to reduce your stress internally.
यस.
ऐसे फील होता है सो
वो विश्वनाथ प्रभु जो मैसेज करते हैं व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में, उसमें उन्होंने पूरा बेनिफिट दिया हुआ है. व्हाट
हाँ
इज द
जी
बेनिफिट ऑफ हाउ how
हाँ वो
helps, yeah, because everything is interconnected. Your mind and your physical body is interconnected. अगर आपका माइंड में डिप्रेशन एंजाइटी होगा तो वो आपका फिजिकली आपको इम्पैक्ट करेगा. रितेश
यस
प्रभु, your pharmacist Ritesh Prabhu will know that better, right? All here, I think in US, most of the medicines that are sold is for antidepressants. So people are so anxious, they're depressed, they're worrying, right? So all of that, और ये महामंत्र है, चैतन्य
ये
महाप्रभु ने जो
एक्चुअली
दिया है.
यहाँ का कल्चर ये कैसा है ना इट्स नॉट कि मेडिसिन जैसे आई डोंट टेक एनी मेडिसिन आई डोंट हैव एनी इश्यूज बट आई हैव सीन लॉट
हम्म.
ऑफ पीपल they have their culture is too individual you know
हम्म.
जैसे हमारे neighbors हैं like or you go to workplace इन लोगों का कल्चर ही ऐसा है ना too much privacy and individual life then they
हम्म.
go into depressing thoughts
यस. यस. तो उसके लिए ये जो आपने बोला, दिस इज द रेमेडी, वन
right
मेडिसिन दैट कैन क्योर ऑल द प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ दिस वर्ल्ड.
जी
वही तो उपाय यहाँ पे बता रहे हैं कि माय मिशन इज स्प्रेडिंग गॉड कॉन्शियसनेस. विद गॉड कॉन्शियसनेस, ऑल द मटेरियल evils of the society will be eradicated. तो
no
वही
actually
तो.
like I was writing down the notes because at my workplace like in the temple they were saying you want to sh- show other your how do I say this like surrounding around you you want to
हम्म.
show them that you're following Bhagavad Gita so you can show them by if you are yourself is you have those qualities like yesterday जैसे मैं हिंदी में बताता हूँ क्योंकि इट्स इजी फॉर मी
हम्म.
जैसे वो प्रभु जी वो कल कर रहे थे ना कीर्तन I don't know his name. So I write down.
Push
Oh,
Prabhuji.
actually, yes,
कमल कृष्ण प्रभु कॉल करते,
I
कमल
believe
कृष्ण.
so. हाँ जी. तो मैंने अपने फोन पे लिख लिया वैसे ये छोटी छोटी चीजें पता है मुझे लेकिन जैसे like he was talking about attachment, fear. मैंने अभी अभी भी नोट्स खोला हुआ है अपने फोन में. Sometimes you know the things but you forget. But when you write it down, you can repeat. जैसे
यस.
अभी लिखा हुआ है attachment, fear, anger. Everything is temporary. तो ये चीज हमको पता है लेकिन भूल जाते हैं राइट
हम्म.
तो जैसे उनका यस्टरडे ये सुना तो बहुत एक्चुअली रिलीफ मिलता है अपने आप में। फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे अगर एंगर इश्यूज है, so somebody is making you angry all the time, so he was saying how to practice not to get angry। और अगर फेयर है किसी चीज से, जैसे हम लोग एवरीडे सेम बातें करते हैं, लेकिन जब हम जाते हैं वो चीज वहां पे, यस्टरडे जैसे हम बता रहे थे, तो इट रियली गिव यू रिलीफ मेंटली, तो
यस, यस। और ये सब चीजें, हाँ वही तो एकदम प्रैक्टिकल है, जैसे हम उसको अपने जीवन में उतार सकते हैं यदि हम पढ़ते हैं।
हाँ जी।
हमारे जो
मेरा
आ,
पॉइंट यही था कि जैसे मैं लिखता हूँ ना, अभी ये छोड़ी, अभी लिखने से
हम्म,
थोड़ा थोड़ा ये, जैसे
वो
मेरी
हमारे
वर्क प्लेस
अंदर
पे
है।
अगर मेरे को वर्कर होंगे, राइट, तो
हाँ जी,
अगर मेरे में ये क्वालिटीज दिखेंगी तभी वो उनमें रिफ्लेक्ट करूंगा ना, दूसरे किसी के
बिल्कुल,
अंदर।
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल। यस,
कि नहीं जी, लाइक मैंने एक दो लोगों को बोला था कि लेट्स गो इस्कॉन, दे आर माय फैमिली मेंबर्स, दे केम बिफोर, दे गो टू
हम्म,
टेम्पल्स आल्सो। मुझे बोलते हैं कि वहां पे कुछ तो इतना होता नहीं है, मतलब कि हिंदी में ऐसा कुछ। मैंने कहा एक वो साउंड तो है ना, इवन इफ यू डोंट स्पीक इंग्लिश, वो एक मंत्रा का
हम्म,
एक साउंड तो है ना, वाइब्रेशंस। सो
हम्म।
यस्टरडे, कल भी वो बोल रहे थे क्लास में, इन टेम्पल की,
कल तो क्लास
यू,
हिंदी में ही था मेरे ख्याल से ना,
हाँ
कल
जी हाँ
तो।
जी, वही बोल रहा हूँ ना, उन्होंने
हम्म,
यही बोला था कि यू कैन फोर्स एनीबडी टू ब्रिंग टू द टेम्पल, लेकिन जब वो आप में क्वालिटीज देखेंगे वो अपने आप आ जाएंगे, राइट।
हाँ जी।
So I'm trying to develop in myself. So if I have those qualities, so
हम्म,
surrounding me can feel and they can follow।
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल। हमें बस साधना हमें करते रहना है, धीरे धीरे।
हम्म।
मंत्र आप सुनोगे तो उसका इफेक्ट होगा। फिर
राइट।
जैसे आपने खुद ही बोला, मैं चांट करना चाहता हूँ, राइट, तो
हम्म।
वो आपको आपके अंदर से वो प्रेरणा भगवान देते हैं कि हाँ,
जी।
आप अगर सिंसियर हो तो भगवान बोलेंगे नहीं, आप सुन रहे थे, अब आप उसे गाओ, आप उसे बोलो मंत्र, तो वो हुआ तो क्या हो रहा है, आपका अंदर शुद्धिकरण हो रहा है। जैसे शुद्धिकरण होगा तो आपके जो अनर्थ आते हैं वो मिटेंगे, तो आपके जो गुड क्वालिटीज हैं, ये योर ऑनेस्टी, ट्रूथफुलनेस, ये सारी क्वालिटीज झलकेंगी बाहर। और जब वो बाहर झलकेंगी तो लोगों को भी प्रभावित करेंगी। आपके जो आसपास हैं, जैसे आपके कलीग्स हैं, आपके फैमिली मेंबर्स हैं, राइट, वो बोलेंगे कुछ तो है इस बंदे में, कुछ तो बात है, कि
जी,
बिकॉज
एक्चुअली वो एक
तो
वाइब्रेशन होता है ना, यू क्रिएट द
हम्म,
वाइब्रेशन, कि अगर
हम्म,
आप में है तो तभी वो किसी को, कोई आपको
बिल्कुल।
सुनेगा ना। जैसे हम
भगवान
लोग,
का
आप, जैसे हम ही आप लोग, हम लोग एवरीबडी कैन स्पीक मंत्र, बट वी आर लिसनिंग, या आपको सुन रहे हैं, राइट। तो
हम्म,
यू बीन प्रैक्टिसिंग मोर, एंड तो
यस,
सेम एग्जांपल है।
हाँ जी, यस। सो
हम्म।
वही वही यहाँ पे श्रील प्रभुपाद बता रहे हैं, राइट, जैसे अभी हम पढ़ रहे थे श्रील प्रभुपाद की लीलामृत यहाँ पे, कि
जी।
प्रभुपाद अब वो 69 ईयर्स के हैं, ऑलमोस्ट 70 साल के हैं, वृद्ध
हम्म।
पुरुष हैं, राइट। जब हम याद करिए, जब हम लोग आए थे, हम मैं तो अराउंड 43 44 का हूँ, तो लेकिन जब
हम्म।
हम आए थे तो हम कैसे आए थे कि अच्छा हमें जाना है, यूएस जाना है, राइट,
हम्म।
तो वी हैव टू एक्सप्लोर एंड गेट सम एक्सपीरियंस। या आधे
हम्म।
लोग आते हैं, ओ नाउ आई नो आई विल हैव सच अ गुड लाइफ व्हेन आई गो टू यूएस, राइट। और वही यहाँ पे सोचिए, 70 साल के वृद्ध पुरुष है, उनका क्या भाव है कि आई हैव टू गो एंड आई हैव टू प्रीच दिस कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस, ये जो
या
सनातन धर्म है, मुझे मुझे प्रचार करना है, ये उनके
स्प्रेड
गुरु का
करना,
आदेश था, तो उस
स्प्रेड।
भाव से वो आए थे, राइट। तो कितना डिफरेंस है, वही 99% ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन इज सेल्फ सेंटर्ड, थिंकिंग ओनली अबाउट देमसेल्व्स। देयर आर वेरी फ्यू genuine devotees of the Lord who are trying
Who's
to
trying to
do
other
this
help help
selflessly,
other
हाँ, तो वो
humans।
सारा, यस, यस। तो बस वही है, उस भाव से अगर हम अपने गुरुजनों के,
डेफिनेटली एक्चुअली, डेफिनेटली मेरा अपने आप में भी अच्छा लगता है, जैसे अभी हम एवरी टाइम जाते हैं दूसरे टेम्पल में भी, लेकिन सैटरडे कभी होने का नहीं भी होता, लेकिन आई रिजर्व द टाइम कि ऐसे अपने आप को जाना ही जाना है टेम्पल में, इस्कॉन में। कभी
यस,
कभी होता है ना कि नहीं, चलो चले जाएंगे, पर साल ऑन यू पोर्टर है तो आपको, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई क्लास ले रहे हो आप, जैसे कई कई लोग स्ट्रेस रिलीविंग की क्लास लेते हैं किसी कहीं डॉक्टर से, राइट? तो
हाँ
तभी तो
जी।
जाना पड़ेगा ना डॉक्टर के पास।
Yeah.
I don't
Yes,
even know what I'm
this
saying,
is a
but
spiritual hospital. Yes,
मेरा
our
पॉइंट ये है कि यहाँ भी अगर
content हाँ,
जाना है तो जाना है, अभी टाइम तो निकालना पड़ेगा।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
क्योंकि लास्ट जैसे कल लोग थोड़े कम थे और मे बी स्प्रिंग ब्रेक वो सब ना, तो उसके प्रीवियस फ्यू वीक्स कभी ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं, कभी कम हो जाते हैं। तो पॉइंट यही है कि अगर जिसको आना है वो आएगा ही जरूर, वो जरूर आएगा, भले वो मतलब हाफ कोई भी लोकेशन पे हो जाए, राइट?
Yes.
अगर जिस somebody want to make excuse, वो तो अभी उसके घर के बाजू में भी खोलोगे सेंटर तो they will not come, you know। तो
Wonderful. Thank you so much. बहुत
हाँ
अच्छा
जी,
लगा सुन के। हरि प्रभु।
हाँ जी, because I was not thinking or saying, I was just saying जो भी मेरे मन में था। एक होता है ना प्लान करके कि मेरे में वो नहीं है, जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ वही है।
बस वही है, वही 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 होता है ना, जो पर्दे लगे हुए हैं हमारे हृदय पे, हमारे
हाँ,
मन में, वो सारे हट जाते हैं। तो जो शुद्ध, जो अंदर जो सच्चाई है, बस वही वही निकलनी चाहिए। जो भक्त होते हैं बस उनके लिए वही है, जो आप
तो
जब
वही कह रहा हूँ,
जब भी
बिकॉज
बोलेंगे वो
मैं
भगवान
ऐसा
के
नहीं कर
भक्तों की
रहा।
बात करेंगे।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, मैं ऐसा नहीं सोच रहा कि यार मैं अभी ये सोच के ये बोलूंगी। मेरे मन में जो है
हम्म,
कि यहाँ पे चलो एवरीबॉडी डिवोटीज हियर, सो डिवोटीज के साथ अगर आप यू डोंट शेयर योर थॉट्स, मन हल्का नहीं करोगे तो फिर अदर
हम्म,
पीपल्स आर ऑलरेडी सेल्फिश टाइप, तो
thank
एसोसिएशन, तो
हम्म,
ठीक है जी, वी डोंट वांट टू होल्ड यू अप। थैंक यू सो मच।
thank you so much, Prabhuji. And anything else, Ritesh Prabhu or Shrikant Prabhu, anything you would like to share from today's reading?
Thank you, Prabhuji. It's always wonderful to know the path that Prabhupada took, and it was never easy. And the more we think about it, the more inspiration we get. That if we can do it at that age, we are still young, we can still do small steps. And thank you, Prabhuji, for organizing all that. We missed you at the temple, and I was wondering, are you again back to Vrindavan?
I was outside. My daughter had a state level competition in close to Cleveland, so yeah, we were there yesterday. But yeah, I missed everybody's association as well. I have to see the program. I only saw a little bit at the very end online. So, but yeah,
Yes, it was very good, very enlightening, very enchanting, and
hmm.
he made us all laugh too. So it was really wonderful. Thank you, Prabhuji, for your thing. He mentioned you a couple of times, and then he said like everybody is busy with so. And he
Yeah,
also mentioned about the group chat that we had
uh-huh.
about the one that you organize in the morning, and that's always so wonderful.
Yeah. No, like I mentioned, this inspiration came from Adi Gadadhar Prabhu, who was here last weekend for Kolkata. And then Kamal Krishna Prabhu, of course, he's also very sincere, very, very devoted. We see him in all the activities.
Yeah.
He'll be very enthusiastic to organize things. And yeah, he started the call in the very first day after Adigadha Prabhu told. So credit goes to him. Yeah, I've just been trying to follow. So, but yeah, thank you all for your association and all the devotees who have been joining. I know Saturday, Sunday we usually have less crowd. Um, but uh, but yeah, we can continue this. It's like just reading the Srila Prabhupada Leela Amrit. Yeah, like I said, we get so much of inspiration. Because when we hear about devotees of the Lord, then that pleases the Lord even more, right? So भगवान की कथा हम करें तो भगवान को उतना रुचि नहीं आएगी। जैसे अगर आपके आपके बच्चों के बारे में अगर आपको कोई तारीफ करेगा तो आपको जितनी खुशी होगी, आपकी खुशी से भी ज्यादा, मतलब जितनी आपके बारे में तारीफ करने से भी ज्यादा आपके बच्चों की तारीफ करने से ज्यादा खुशी होगी। वैसे ही
Wonderfully said.
भगवान को भी वैसे ही खुशी होती है जब भगवान के शुद्ध भक्त उनके बच्चे हैं, उनके बारे में जब हम पढ़ते हैं, उनको ग्लोरीफाई करते हैं, तो उनको और ज्यादा खुशी होती है और ज्यादा भगवान मर्सीफुल हो जाते हैं। So this is a very nice thing. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, Shrikant Prabhu, anything else from you?
Prabhuji, thank you for organizing this. Love to attend every day.
Yes, thank you for joining. Okay, so with that, we'll conclude with Vaishnava Pranam prayers. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णवृंद की जय। जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.